I'm Muzoora Moses Tumuhairwe, and I stay in this area called the Magwa, and Magwa is in Budo. So this area where the farm is located is called it's in Zion Estate, and I started this farm in 2019, but I started with only 4 cows. Now, those 4 cows, because basically I started this farm with an intention of having milk for my family, only that. But in the process, I was inspired by the demand market of milk in this area. Because I moved around, there was no any other farm, so I decided to start this farm to have 1 for my home consumption, but 2, when the market became available, I again went ahead to add on more cows, and here we are now. As per today, I have about 150 cows, as you have seen around, and then different sections. Yes.
Are they of different breeds?
Yes, I have basically 1 type of breed. And these are Friesians. However, I have the American Holstein Friesians, like those ones. You can see the size and the height. I also have the South African cows, or northern cows. These are short cows also, but all of them are Friesian. I also have one type of Angora cow, and you'll see it as well. I just brought it here to have a sample if it can also perform like the Friesians are doing. So basically I have 2 types.
So now, I heard that the farm is called Clergy.
Yes.
How did you come to call it Clergy Farm?
Yes, this farm is called the Clergy M.M.T Dairy Farm Limited. So I got that name because of the history of my parents. Because my father happens to be a clergyman. He's a Reverend Canon, and all his projects are named Clergy. But me, I also added mine as Clergy M.M.T. This is called Clergy Muzoora Moses Tumuhairwe Dairy Farm Limited. So the name, I got it because of my father's background.
So how much approximately how much milk do you get from this cow?
As of now, I get 450 a daily, but I used to have 500 liters. But because some dry up, others do not give the same amount of milk, so they don't get the milk level is already reduces. So now I have 450 liters.
So what is here? See, the food is good for these cows, eh? This is called zero grazing.
Now, zero grazing is a very tricky venture to be in. But as you have seen where I stay now, it's a small space where you cannot have free range. So I had to put a zero grazing because I could not access where I can have a big land. I can put these cows outside to graze freely. But I have got some acres nearby the farm, 4 acres now, where I plant different types of feeds. For example, the maize, where I make maize, where I make silage from them. But also, I also plant Napier. It's okay. Sorry. Napier is also good. You'll see it also behind. I also do Kayandra. Is also behind that. So these different types of feeds are within those 4 acres I've told you.
And how big is the farm in addition to the 4 acres outside?
No, the farm is standing on just half an acre where the farm is. The other extension is for farming, for planting those cow feeds, huh? And it's not part of the farm. Yes.
Why the cows formed in such a structure?
Now, this structure is a simple structure. When I was starting this farm, as I told you, I did it from my own knowledge. So I started with this simple structure. But if I had visited more organized farms, I would have copied the way I'm seeing them doing now. Because there are these modern structures. However, those modern structures are expensive. You may have a very developed structure, beautiful, more than this one, but what comes out from it is not pleasant. So this is because basically these are local trees we normally use to build this structure with the iron sheets, and they are just simple.
So how do you feed these animals?
I feed these animals in different ways. But as I told you, I give them silage. Silage is made up of, it goes from maize. 2, I give them dry matter. The dry matter is the hay. Then the hay, as I'm going to show you, is cut into small pieces. I dip into the morass, because remember they are very dry. So I'm trying to weaken them so that it can be easier for the cows to eat them. But I also give them sugar graze. Sugar graze, in Uganda they call it what? They call it the sugar graze. Is also like silage. But I also cut it. After cutting it, I also pack it in the bags. Then I keep it. Then I give them also. But I also give them kayandra. The kayandra, you see it, they mix up with the silage. And these are body building foods, basically proteins. Now, the lactating cows, like these ones, I give them much of proteins. 1, I give them concentrates. Concentrates, a mixture of different minerals. The soya, the bland, maize bland. So I mix up all of those with the kayandra, with the silage, and I put them in the trough, then they feed.
Should I call them supplements?
Supplements. The supplements, you can call them supplements, you can call them concentrates, you can call them anything, but they are supplements. This applies to the other section. That's section A also. I give them the same feeding. However, expectant mothers like this one, like these ones, I limit giving them too much of proteins because they can get difficulties in giving birth. So I limit them. 2, I have heifers, that's it, the heifers. Those heifers, I give them much of bodybuilding food also, so that they can grow faster. And by the time they are in their production, they can give too much of milk. Because I would have prepared it them in time. I also have the young ones, the heifer, the young ones. Those ones I give them broken maize strictly. Broken maize strictly. The same applies to the young bulls. For a cow to be healthier, that's what you're asking, depends on how you look after it. These cows of mine, you may look at them and say they are on a free range farm. But the food I give them, however much I give a small quantity, but they are very much important in their bodies. And this is what I'm doing here.
How often do you feed them?
I do feeding in 2 phases. In the morning after milking, because remember, morning milking starts from 5 to 7:30. Then immediately after that, they start supplying or giving them food, silage. So the silage they start feeding from 8:30 onwards up to 2 o'clock when they start milking them for the second time. 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock. Then they rest. Then after resting, we again resume feeding them at exactly 5 o'clock in the evening till morning. After eating, they come and rest from here. When the number of cows started growing in number, I started using AI, artificial insemination, but it didn't work very well for me. I was disappointed because you could inseminate about 10 of them and 1 or none could conceive. So what I did, I went to Kenya and bought a Frisian bull. I started with that one. So basically I used bulls here. Then after 1 year, I changed that bull and I bring another more good than the one I be having here. So I basically use the bull only. I don't use it as finished insemination.
So it's one bull which does the...
I used to have 2 bulls in each section. 1 bull in each section. There were 2 bulls, but later on one was removed. So I have 2 now. There were 3 actually. Now we have 2. But even the second one I have here, I no longer use it because already it has been giving me the same breed. So I changed it. I stopped it, and again I brought another new bull from Kenya. I bring most of my bulls from Kenya, my cows from Kenya. Like this section here you are seeing here now. This is a Kenyan breed. There are no Ugandans here. I'm not saying we don't have such in Uganda, but I'm saying these ones were imported from Kenya, and they're here. And they're high milking cows. Like this one now can give me 35 liters. Those are American height cows. They can give me 35 to 40 liters a day. Because I milk this group I milk 3 times: morning, afternoon, and evening. With the different. Remember, when I was starting, I bought cows within, and the milk production was not so good. That's why I had the thought to go and get some from Kenya. Those ones can give me 17, 16 a day, which is a bit low, very low, compared to these ones from Kenya. Remember, I'm in a city center almost, so I'm basically making business here. So I cannot keep a low milking cow and ignore improving on the to high. It's a bit challenging because even I cannot satisfy the market around. So clients come here at the farm, pick milk for themselves, and the majority of them come here. They come and pick. There is a serving center there. You will see it. The remaining milk, I'm not saying it's remaining because they can also consume the whole milk. But there are other people who prefer to be served. So you have my boys here who move around supplying milk to families. There are those ones also with the serving centers in towns, the dairies in towns, small dairies. They also come and pick here with the border borders and take the milk. So basically, I do not have any milk remaining here, and I cannot even satisfy this surrounding area with my farm milk here. It's not even enough. I still more. A lactating cow, as I told you, I must feed it very well. There is a product here we use that stimulates a cow to give more milk. These brewery waste ebikanja, they call the ebikanja. Those ones, when I have those ebikanja, they're very much important in increasing the volume of milk in cows. So these lactating cows, remember I told you I give them concentrates. Those concentrates contains all types of nutrients. We have the sorghum, we have the sodium, we have calcium also, we have even salts, phosphate salts, we have all those, there are many. But also remember I told you I also add Kayandra. It's also a bodybuilder